I am so excited because the Step Out TV shows are back live on T2i TV. And for those who don't know, Step Out is a series of interviews and motivational segments designed to bring the best out of you and your business. Therefore, we have the following TV programs. Our first TV program, which is our flagship program, dubbed Step Out with Oscar Bimpong, is designed to interview consultants, experts, talented people, and those doing exceptionally well in their communities. The second one is Step Out SME Focus. This is where we interview business owners and showcase their products and services. The third one is Step Out Youth Impact Zone. This is where we interview young people succeeding against all odds to serve as an inspiration to other young people. And the last one is Step Out Authors Corner. And this is where we interview authors to share what their book is about to the world. Join us every week at 7 p.m. GMT. Like T2i TV on Facebook and subscribe to the YouTube channel. To advertise or for further information, do WhatsApp +44 759 1152 983 or +233 55 580 3924 or email info@traintoinspire.com. T2i TV. We engage, educate, enlighten, and empower.
I believe that you are able to do exceedingly abundantly, far above all I could ask or think. Believe, yes, I believe. You say, I believe that you are able to do exceedingly abundantly, far above all I could ask or think.
Welcome to another exciting edition of the Step Out Youth Impact Zone. And this is your regular host, Oscar Bimpong, always in the driving seat, taking you to your destination of success. Today is another powerful segment of our Step Out TV shows. And today is where we really talk about the youth. This program is where we give the young people opportunity for them to share their views, for them to share what they are capable of, for them to share their frustrations, for them to share their success stories to the world. The idea is that if they can see or hear one of their own discussing pertinent topics that can impact their lives and cause them to succeed in life against all odds, then it means that they are in a better position for them to really grow together. So today I've got a powerful young man that is coming on the show, and this young man is going to really talk about his entrepreneurial journey. But before I go back to him, let me really give some few information before we go on. This program is being sponsored by P&Q Personnel. P&Q Personnel is your agency for hiring healthcare assistants and nurses based in the UK. If you want to contact them, there is a number scrolling on the taskbar that is below this television screen. Just take the number, WhatsApp, and we are going to connect you to them. Also, this program is being sponsored by ALS Global Shipping and Logistics. That is your trusted import and export company based in Accra. If you want to contact them, it's +233 24 331 4438. Now, T2i TV, the long of it all is Train to Inspire TV. Now, this program is backed by Train to Inspire Consultancy. Now, Train to Inspire Consultancy is your business training and consulting firm. If you're a business startup, if you want to develop your business, if you want to build a strategic focus to your business, if you want business training for your staff, what you need is Train to Inspire Consultancy. Train to Inspire Consultancy is the consultancy firm for your business growth. So if you want to contact Train to Inspire Consultancy, please WhatsApp or call +44 75 911 52 983 or +233 555 803 924. Now let's go straight to business because time has already been spent. And the question is, who do I have in the hot seat? As I said, Step Out Youth Impact Zone is about young people sharing their entrepreneurial journey, sharing their inspirational story to inspire other young people. And this is one of my passion. My passion is to give voice to the young people. My passion is to create an educational hub for young people. So this hub is not about adults always coming to talk, but the young people themselves being given an opportunity for them to share what they carry, their talent, their business acumen, their career, so that another young person that is listening to them is also going to be inspired or learn to really take whatever vision they have to the next level. So I've got with me this young man. I've been monitoring him on social media for a long time. And I think now he has reached the stage for him to come on the Step Out Youth Impact Zone. And who is this young man that I'm talking about? He is the CEO of +233 Developers LLC. He is the president of the African Youth Leaders and Entrepreneurs. He is the deputy executive director of Global Chamber Accra and also serves as an advisor or strategic consultant for numerous startups and SMEs. Who is this man that I'm talking about? He is in the person of Peter Enimil. Please welcome to Step Out Youth Impact Zone, and you are live on T2i TV.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Really, thank you.
How has your day been?
A hectic one, a long day, but it's a good one.
A long day, but it's a good one.
Yes.
Wow. I think we've been talking behind the scenes, and at long last, we are just here for you to share your story. And before I go on, I always ask everybody this question. Who is Peter Enimil that probably I missed, or Peter Enimil that we like people to know?
So Peter Enimil is just a young guy dedicated to helping people start up businesses, solving certain challenges with technology, and using the business to educate more people and to change lives in Africa. My sole purpose, my sole prerogative in life is to be able to help people do whatever they are born to do, help people to achieve whatever their goals and their desires are, mostly when it comes to business and mostly when it comes to personal life too. So that is just in the short form.
Wow, I like it. That's very brief. But you made a statement over there, and that is like you help people to really do what they are born to do. Do you think you are doing what you are born to do?
I think I am doing what I'm born to do, not in the larger scale, because I'm getting there. It's a starting point. You move gradually. I've already taken the steps. I'm moving forward. I'm just working on to being the best I could possibly ever be by making other people feel and become the best they can ever be. That is a challenge, and that is a work.
Yeah, because our topic for discussion today is to be the best that you can possibly be, and that is your entrepreneurial journey. Do you think you can always be the best that you can possibly be?
I think you can always try. You might not always be the best you can possibly always be, but at every point in time, consciously, you can try to be the best you can be. There are situations and there are days and there are times where things go bad for you, or some things happen to you. At all these times, you just have to analyze and see, okay, what is my next step? What should I actually do? What is the best version of me? What would the best version of me do? If I do something wrong with this situation, what would the best version of me say You know, it's like looking backwards, always looking backwards, and then from the time you're old, or from the time of or from the point of your death, and saying, okay, I did the best I could possibly ever do. At least you tried. You know, it's worth the shot. The more you try, the higher you go, and the higher your chances of actually becoming the best you could possibly ever be. We never know what the best. We never know the best we could be, but we can try.
Yeah, but if you try, and a lot of people try, but they give up along the way, isn't it? Why the case?
You know, most people try and they give up along the way, but that is only because they don't know. They don't have the end point. They don't really know this is what my end is going to be. They don't really understand that this is the end I'm looking for. If this is the end you're looking for, have you achieved it? If you give up along the way, you've given up so soon. If you try one more day, what happens? One more week, what happens? One more month, what happens? You know, it's always about just giving yourself the doubts and say, you know what, benefit of the doubt, and say, you know what, I know I've tried, I know I'm hitting a roadblock, but I'm water. If water hits the roadblock, what does it do? If water hits a mountain, what happens to it? If water hits a wall, what happens to it? It tries to find a way at all costs, keep moving. So you have to, you know, it's about the grit, having the grit. If you think like a lion, you have to also think like a gazelle. What happens if the lion gets to the forest? What happens when the lion comes to the farm? Comes to your home as a gazelle? What would you do? Would you say, okay, I'm a gazelle, lion has to eat, so I'm going to give myself up to lion? No, you have to do something. You have to maneuver your way out. You have to try. You have to strive for the best for the next day, just one day at a time. You know. So I think giving up is people's problem, but we always have to strive and give up. You know, when we are dead. Until you are dead, you can never give up.
What will you say to young people that they finish university and they stay at home for 5 years, and you speak to them and they say there are no jobs?
Yes.
Do you think they see themselves as a lion, the way you're explaining that they have to be like a lion? Because the lion never gets hungry. It doesn't matter how people are starving in the jungle, they still find food to eat.
Good.
Do you think people have got that mindset? Because if you have got that mindset, then I believe that you should not stay home for 5 years waiting for a job.
I do believe most people don't even know the mindset to begin with. You know, most people have been conditioned, just like Pavlovian said. You know, Pavlovian said, if you put a bone in front of a dog and you chain the dog to the way that he cannot reach the bone, or it cannot reach the bone, day one, the dog will not would attempt to go to the bone. It will lose the vigor. It will lose the hope because it can never get the bone, or it can never get the meat. Day two, do the same thing. Repeat the process, and over a period of time, when you put the bone over there, the dog will never actually go for it. It doesn't matter how nice the meat is. It doesn't matter what kind of bone is. The dog will never go for it. That conditioning has been happening from the days of our forefathers, and now it has reached our point. Most people don't even know that there's a bone in front of them, and there's a chain around their neck, and the chain which is around their neck is their desire to go for it, and their grit to go for it, their permissible acts, their habits, and their attitude to go for it. Now, when you complete the uni, 5 years, when I completed the uni, my mother never saw me for 2 years, almost 2 years. My mother never saw me. I said, you know what? I'm done with the uni. I'm going to work. I'm going to start a company. Everybody thought I was crazy. My mates thought, are you mad? You don't have any money. I started with 0.00. I came to Accra, hustled my way out, did some 1 or 2 things, met some people here and there, told them I'm the best in whatever I do, even though I didn't even know much about whatever I do. I told them I'm the best, and whenever they gave me the job, I proved to them that I was actually good at it. And by so doing, I was able to climb the ladder one day at a time. You know, by trying to be the best I could possibly ever be, by trying to achieve whatever the hopes are. You know, nobody owes me anything. The government doesn't owe me. My father doesn't owe me. My mom doesn't owe me. I had that mindset. Most people don't have that kind of mindset. The mindset of a lion, they don't have it. And they don't even have the mindset of a gazelle. All this is about it. I'm a hyena. If somebody finish eating whatever that will be left, I'll take it. And that is what is causing them to stay back. Because the hyena doesn't really hunt much. It stays and go for, like a vulture too. You know, they stay, wherever there's food, somebody has finished eating, the lions have finished eating, and then they go for it. Lions, we finish all our food. We don't leave some. We will finish all the food. So if you give yourself a chance to say that I'm done with the uni, 5 years, there's no job. What are you doing? 5 years, there's no. Read the books. What book have you read? What thing have you done? What effort have you made? It's not all about looking for jobs. Sometimes it's about creating the job. So that is what I think people should go through.
It's not all about looking for jobs. Sometimes it's about creating the job. And you make one significant statement that I love so much. that you came to Accra to hustle with no money to start your company. And one of the things that when you tell people that you are the best in what you do. And though you know within yourself that you weren't the best, but when you are given the job, you make sure that you really do the job to the best of your ability to satisfy your customers.
Yes.
Now, do you think money is a fundamental factor that prevents a lot of young people from starting business?
I think money is a fundamental factor that prevents young people from starting businesses, in as much as it shouldn't be. If money is your primary concern, then you actually never achieve anything, because no matter how much money you have, somebody is richer than you. No matter how much money you make, the desire will never quench. But when you start with the ambition of achieving something which is other than money, but by helping people, the best way to make money is, one, being the best form of yourself, and by helping people become the best form of themselves. Most of the things that we actually do, it has zero to do with money. I have to come and speak to somebody. It's almost no money. But when I speak and I do the best I could possibly be, so the person can learn something, the person will be like, "Oh, Peter, I think your mind is good. I think you know what you're talking about. I think, oh, Oscar knows what he's talking about. T2i TV knows what they're doing. So let me put in money." So money is actually never the point. It's never the goal. It's the end. It's the end result. It's the profiting thing. That's why we call money the profit. It's something you get along the way. It's not something that you should actually strive for, saying, "Okay, today, then what if you don't have money?" Then you stop. You cease to do it. So money should never be the goal. Money should actually be the side thing you achieve or you get. It should be the profit that comes along whatever you're doing. But it should never be the goal. If you don't have the money, start. One day at a time, one person at a time, one call at a time, one no at a time, and then you get to that one yes that you need.
So do you think people don't have the patience for that? Because a lot of people will say, "Look, for 3 months now, have we even got that opportunity? And you think I should continue with this? I've been spending money on transport here and there, making calls, it's not working. Do you think I should continue?" And that's why a lot of people give up.
Yeah, I think it is true what you're saying. Let me describe the story of how I did my national service. Like I said, when I completed the uni, straight away I came to Accra. When I didn't know anybody in Accra. I'd gone to secondary school in Accra, but I didn't really know anybody in Accra. So I sat in my uncle's house, and then I wrote a letter, 3 different letters. One to the Ghana Stock Exchange, and then 2 other companies. I thought I wanted to do my national service with them. I went there, they said, "No, we don't do anything of the sort. No, we don't take people here. No." I was, okay, you know what? It's okay. Just take my letter, you know? Then when I was coming back, I saw 37 military hospital. And I was like, you know what? Why don't I go home and come and tell this man that I am good at what I do, write a letter and bring it to him? So I came to 37 military hospital the next day. And then I said, "I'm looking for the person in charge of national service." They told me why. I said, "I've been sent to him." So they said, "Oh, that is the CPO." So I went to his office and he asked me, "Why are you here?" I told him, "Sir, I'm very good with computers. I'm so good I could do almost everything you want." Almost everything was the keyword, because I have an escape clause. If I can't do it, then I said almost, but I can't do this.
Yeah.
So he was like, "Okay, what can you do?" I was like, "Sir, what do you do?" He was like, "I do this, I do that, I do this, I do that." I was like, "Okay, I can automate it for you." So he told me, "Can you automate my job?" I said, "Yes, sir, I can automate your job." So after 3 no's, I went there. He gave me a sample thing to work on. No information really, but he gave me just sample things to work on. That this is what he does, this is what he does. So I pieced them together. And then I went home and I started, I slept a lot. I slept and I relaxed. And then on Monday, it was a Friday. So on Monday, what I did was, at dawn, around Sunday night, dawn around 12 a.m., I picked my laptop and I started coding. I programmed the thing. I was done by 9 a.m. So 9 a.m., I just quickly bathed. I went to his office. I said, "Say, I'm done with the whole project." He was like, "You're done automating my job in 4 days?" I was like, "Yes, sir." Then the man was like, "Let me see." We ran it and it worked. So he quickly picked a pen, picked this machine, typed himself instead of a secretary typing. He typed it himself and filed it himself and gave me the letter to send to the National Service Director. After 3 no's, I received 1 yes.
Wow.
This is the case of an exceptional one. But I do advise everybody that the no shouldn't be your problem, because people don't owe you. But after 1,000 no's, do you know what happens after you get 1,000 no's? You get 1 yes. You get 2 yeses, 3 yeses. Of 5 yeses, who knows? You might be lucky enough to get 10. That is 0.1%. And if I get 0.1% of 1,000 no's, I'll be glad. If my service costs 500 cities, 10 is 5,000. That is somebody's 3-month salary. That is somebody's 5-month salary. I don't have to complain no more, because then I put in the effort and the world rewarded me. What we are looking for is the no's. It's not even about somebody owing you. It's not even about sitting down there 3 months. You tried and it didn't happen. Keep it at the back of your mind that nobody owes you any favor. You owe yourself the best. And if you cannot be the best, then who should give you what you want? You owe yourself. And if you cannot pay the debt that you owe yourself, then who should pay you for the services you are given? If you can't trust yourself enough to achieve it, why should I trust you?
But I'm already enjoying the conversation. That's why I'm too quiet, you know. I'm really enjoying it. But you made a powerful statement that no one owes you.
Yes.
Do young people understand that?
No, we don't. We don't. I used to think I used to think the planet owed me all the money in the world. I used to think my father owed me everything he's worked hard for. I used to think God wasn't kind, God wasn't nice, God wasn't good, God wasn't sweet, as people say. Why? Because some people are making money and I'm not. Some people were born into riches. I wasn't born into riches. Some people were born into this. I wasn't born into that. My friend had a bike. I didn't have a bike. I used to think that way until I realized that nobody actually owes me anything. God owes me what he paid me, which is life. And he has given me enough life and enough ability to read and to think, to use my head, which is the most difficult thing for a human being to do, to think. So if I have a brain and I'm alive, then I owe it upon myself, not on my father's account, not on my grandpa's account, not on my mom's account or my elder brother's account or anybody else that I don't even know or a potential client's account, but I owe it on my own account to be whatever it is I can possibly ever be. So I look back and I said, if the government doesn't owe me any job, if my father doesn't owe me any money, if my sister will not give me her money or doesn't owe me any money, and if my mom doesn't owe me any money, then how do I owe who owes me? And then I put on a piece of paper, me. I owe me. So I realized that day, every problem I had with other people disappeared automatically. That same day, the sheet of paper is still kept somewhere in my files that no one owes me. I owe myself. And I owe it to myself to become the best I could possibly ever be. I know it's difficult. I know I don't know the best I could possibly ever be. But what is better than trying? The only thing, I tell my friends that the only thing which is more stupid than the word stupid itself is not knowing the meaning of the word stupid. If I understand the meaning of the word stupid, then it means at least I can be stupid, but I know I'm being stupid.
Yes.
Which gives me a chance to change my life.
Wow.
So one change at a time, 1 minute at a time, 1 day change at a time, 1 week change at a time, 1 habit at a time, and then the attitude changes.
Wow.
That one, just 1 habit.
Peter, I know. I think young people should really listen to this conversation. This conversation should go wide because I'm loving every bit of it. Because you see, I have seen a lot of young people that say my uncle did not help me. Somebody wanted to give me this money to start a business, but they have said no, they are not doing anything more. So their whole life is shattered. Somebody will say somebody promised me a job, but I haven't heard from them, and life is so difficult. And do you know how many people that inbox me that, Oscar, I need a job? It's like sometimes I ask myself, I'm not Jeff Bezos or I'm not Bill Gates, you know. But people are always, especially young people, are dependent on other people for opportunities, which is not bad. But the point is that I always ask them, how long have they waited and it hasn't happened?
It hasn't happened. True. Many people are dependent on what other people give, do, feel, say, think about them and their own opinions. But I've come to the conclusion that no one's opinion is as better as how I see myself. No man's money will make me worthy. You see, today I was discussing with somebody at a meeting I went to that the son of a great man potentially will never be a great man. The son of a great man can never be a great man. So if you are looking, if the son of that great man will never be a great man, then who are you to become great from that great man's money? You see, when Mark Zuckerberg decided that he was going to build Facebook, he didn't care whether there was money or there was no money. He just said, you know what, my friend, come, let's do this. Would you agree? Somebody said, no, it's a stupid idea. Another person said, yes. I mean, I don't have money. We don't have money, but let's put in the effort. When people see how valuable you are, they tend to buy into your value. Nobody wants to give a blind man his eye because they know, or nobody wants to give a blind man their car because they know the blind man will crash. The same way, why should I give you my $500,000? Why should I give you my $20,000? Why should I give you my 100,000 Ghana cedis or my 50,000 Ghana cedis when you have not showed me any value? I know you have the idea. I love it. It's good. It's nice. But why should we don't buy into an idea. We buy into a person. So when you decide that you become a valuable person, when you decide that you make things which is worth it, when you decide and you commit, that is only when people will be able to buy into your vision. Because we all have visions. Mind you, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a pilot. Before I was 7 years old. By the time I was 7 years old, I told my mom that, woman, it looks like I'm going to be a computer scientist. I'm going to be Bill Gates. And then I knew that I'm going to do computers. So I started with computing. I stayed on that path. But I remember at a point in time, I wanted to be DJ. I was called DJ Boy. At a point in time, I wanted to be a DJ. I was called DJ Boy. So, and then I remember, no. I have to go back to my first lab, which is what I really I'm passionate about, which was computers. And then when I was 18 years, I told God that, God, I think I want to do business. And I love it. I love the concept of selling. So if I can sell sand to somebody living in Dubai, then God, please help me start a business. Give me the wisdom. Show me what to do. So I started reading books. I started creating value for myself. I started showing people that I could do something. If you give me a job that I cannot do, trust me, I will study the job. Because I believe if you can drive a car, you can study almost everything. And if you can drive a car, you can become as valuable as Bill Gates. If you can drive a car, if you can read a book, you can become as valuable as Bill Gates is. We don't have to do much. We don't have to depend on anybody. Our mindset should be us. The focus should be about us. Because if you create value, we'll buy into your value. We are not buying Apple computers and Apple phones and then Microsoft devices because of Microsoft. We are buying it because somebody had a vision. And the person decided to believe in the vision. And the person decided not to wait on anybody to do something in their garages, with their own self. And sooner or later, they got an investor, like Facebook also did. And sooner or later, we all understood that we loved it. Like Kelvin Systrom said, that when we were building Instagram, we never thought anybody wanted Instagram. We only built it because we had to build it for ourselves. When we built it, that was when everybody was like, oh, this is a photo sharing app. Let's go along with it. Then people started buying into it. Now, Instagram is a multi-billion-dollar company. Who knew? No one knew. The same way, your humble beginnings, no one knows. But start. Do it. When we find the value, we will believe in it. And if you ever have a bad day, remember that I've spoken to at least the first 4,000 topmost people. I've spoken to at least 600 of them. And none of them believed in me. And I still believe in myself. And I'm going higher. And I'm reaching places.
Do you think young people should really, do they believe in themselves?
I don't think so. I don't think many people believe in themselves. I think many people believe in circumstance and chance. Many people believe in luck. They don't believe in creation. They believe in destiny, not being something which is fixed, not being something they create. The end point of a man is what he gives to himself. The food you eat today will show up when you're 54 years. If you're eating healthy today, I'll know it when you're 54 years old. So whatever it is that you want to see, believe in yourself first. Create it for yourself. Envision it. Write it down. Don't just think of it. Write it down. Work on it. My 4 policies to life, it can sometimes be 5, but my 4 policies to life. First one, dreaming of it. Point 2, wanting it. Point 3, working on it. Point 4, getting it. Point 5, rinsing and repeating.
What's the point 5 again?
Rinsing and repeating. You have to rinse what you did. If there's anything which was bad, rinse it off and repeat the good things.
Mm.
So when you do this, you come to understand that you decide, you commit, you work on, you achieve, you repeat your process, and then you do it again, and then you repeat it in different forms. It's like creating a chain of companies. KFC started in where? Kentucky. Now KFC is in Ghana. It's still called KFC, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Good. It's the same chicken. Eating. Some people are eating in America that we're eating over here. Create a system for yourself, one, and make it successful, and then repeat. Believe in you. It is you that you want to do it. It is your vision. It is your ambition. It is your love. It is your passion, not mine. It is not his. It is not your mom's. It is your passion. Believe in yourself. Have the great and the hope in you and the desire to achieve. Because if you keep knocking the door, some way, somehow, somebody will open the door.
Some way, somehow, somebody will open the door. But it's about how many doors you are willing to knock, isn't it?
Yes, it's about how many doors you are willing to knock. The Bible says, ask and it shall be given unto you. What you didn't know, he was talking about was ask intelligently.
Mm-hmm.
He says knock and the door will be open. What you didn't know was you have to knock responsibly. If you come to my door and you knock, bang, 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 will I open the door for you?
No.
I won't. Even though you are knocking.
Mm.
But I won't. If you knock gently and I don't open the door, maybe I'm sick. The next day, knock. The next week, keep knocking. And sooner or later, the door will be open.
Mm.
If you keep asking, if you keep working hard, the universe is a giant catalog. If you keep working hard, it's like a shopping mall. Enter the shopping mall. You find things which are bad, you find things which are good. If you keep looking enough, would you find that popcorn you're looking for? Yes. If you keep looking enough, would you find the exact thing you're looking for? Yes, that is how the world is. It will not be given to you on a silver spoon. No, you are not Jesus Christ. And even Jesus Christ didn't have it on a silver spoon.
Mm-hmm.
So we should understand that we will never receive whatever we want on a silver spoon. We don't deserve it. The only way we deserve it is if we work for it.
If we work for it. Do you know why I'm loving this conversation?
You tell me.
Because it's practical and it's straight to the point. It's like having a very sharp knife and put it in on a fresh bread.
Yes.
Cuts it into pieces. Like it cuts it and you see the mark of the knife just through the bread. And I think that is what young people, they need to understand. And you made one powerful statement, and that is you have to create. A lot of people don't have that mindset of creating things for themselves. As you said, they are already accustomed to the traditional things. And the traditional ways is when they finish school, they have to stay at home and look for jobs.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you this. Is it too difficult to penetrate on the African continent?
No.
Ghana.
No, I don't think it's too difficult to penetrate. I don't think it's too difficult to penetrate. Because if you have a solution, would people want it? Yes or no?
Definitely.
Good. The only thing which is there is for you to be able to prove that your solution is actually what people should buy into.
Mm.
So when I came out and I said I'm doing website and software, people were like, oh, we can do website for having this. Why should we come to you? I'm like, if you come to me, I will give you the best value. And if you don't believe me, look at this website. They go there and say, oh, are you the one that built it? I'm like, yeah, I developed this project. I did it myself. Oh, okay, do ours for us. We'll pay you this. We'll be like, okay, we have an agreement. Maybe it's not even up to what I want to charge, but you do it status. You don't have to lower your value. Make them know this is the actual value, but you do it anyway, so long as it will not cost harm to you and your market and your pocket. Mm-hmm. Don't do it at your own expense. Don't do it at the expense where you have to use your money to fix certain things. Do it at the expense of some of your profits and some of your proceeds. Don't do it because you have to do it and you need a client. Do it because you know with this client, you'll be able to make a chain of clients. Mm-hmm. So the African market is not necessarily difficult. It is something you really have to understand. The thinking behind, the psychology behind the market itself is different from the European market. It's different from the Asian market. It's different from the American market. When you want to make a product in Africa, you don't just have to do a market research. You have to go in deep after the market research, get a product and give it to certain people to find out if this product is actually something which is useful. You test the product, and when you bring it to the market, you have to have the grit and the desire to make it want to work. Because like joke, computers are in Africa, aren't they?
Yes.
Who knew? Mm-hmm. Now we use smart TVs in Africa, don't we?
Yes.
Some way, somehow, we move from that big that plasma. Try even say plasma. We move from that that is it LCD,
The big tube.
the tube, yeah, the tube TV. Some way, somehow,
Yeah.
we move from the tube TV to a TV that can say the time, a TV that can define whatever a word is for you, a TV with Alexa on it, a voice automated TV. Some way, somehow, we still have that TV in Africa, don't we?
Yes.
No matter how it takes, however way the rain fell, is the same way the sun will shine. The market is not difficult to penetrate. It is only that our desire is not strong enough to match the market.
The market is not difficult to penetrate. It's just that our desire is not enough to match the market. I think this is the quote of the day. It's a very powerful quote. And you see, but the reason why I ask you that question is that a lot of young people complain.
Yes, I know.
Oh, it's difficult in Ghana.
Yes.
It's difficult in Nigeria. Oh, our government our government are not helping us. There are no systems in place. It's one excuse after the other. And let me tell you, if we live in a country where we have got young unemployment, graduate unemployment association, that should tell you the level of where people tend to give excuses. Do you think that young people can rise up? And how can they rise up? By really understanding some of these things that you are talking about, for them to know that, look, it's possible, it's achievable.
Yes, I think I do believe young people, we need to start a coalition. Instead of unemployment association, we should start the Future Billionaires Network, the Future Millionaires Network, the network of change, a network full of ambition. Change the people you stay with, change the people you eat with, change the people you sleep with, change the people you talk to, change where you eat, change your own habit. Because I'm telling you, let's say today, I was in an Uber a few days ago, and I told the Uber driver that, I don't know, he was complaining that economy is difficult, blah, blah, blah. I told him, I said, let's say today, we say Nana Addo is no longer the president of Ghana. We bring Barack Obama to Ghana and say, Mr. Barack Obama, President Barack Obama, become the president of Ghana. What would that do for your future and your profits? Not much. You'll still be driving Uber, I tell you. Remember, when Barack Obama was the president of the United States of America, somebody was still homeless. For the duration of that 8 years, somebody was still homeless. What happened? It's the same Barack Obama, same American economy. What changed? That somebody was making millions of dollars and somebody was homeless. What changed? It was all about the mind. So if you think that the economy is not a suitable environment for you, I've complained that before, and then I realized that, okay, now if let's say today the economy improves a little bit, what is that really going to do for my future and my profits? Not much. Let's say if today my negative family members, they decide to become positive, what is that going to do for my future and my profits? Honestly, not much. What if today my father all of a sudden decides to give me money, $100,000? What is that really going to do for my future and my profits? Not much. Then what will really change is when I change, when I believe in myself. Because when I believe in myself, it is only after I change that everything will change. Because like Jim Rohn will say, for things to change, you have to change. You want a head of a family, yet all of you are not doing what the head is supposed to do. No leader in the family. Leaders eat last and leaders create. True leaders, they eat last and they create. So it's not about the economy. It's not about the environment. This is the same environment that Dr. Osei Kwame Despite grew in. And he's a multi-billionaire. He's making it. So what really happened? So it's not necessarily about, of course, the environment shapes certain things. It shapes your condition. It shapes your thinking. It shapes your thinking. It shapes the condition. But it's not about the environment. The environment is only a negligible factor. It's a contributing factor, but you are the majority of the factor. And if 90% of the people say yes, if 51% of the people say yes to one person, the person becomes the president. Even if it's 50 plus 1. So the 50 plus 1 in this case must be you. Look onto that. Look onto you being a fertile person, and the seed will germinate. You only need 50 plus 1.
look unto you as a fertile person, and what the seed will germinate. Now you have helped a lot of SMEs, a lot of small and medium enterprises to build ideas and to really take their business off the ground. You even help them to get their first client and also help them to develop.
Yes.
Tell me how you are able to do that.
Okay. So in 2017, I lost a company. We had to close down the company, and during that time I was devastated. I decided that, you know what, I'm not going to let this thing weigh me down.
Why did you close the company, if you like to
Oh,
share?
honestly, it was about wrong partnership, one, and two, the desire to do certain things were not there. So we made the mistake of not putting ourselves in it. We put the profits first. That was when I realized that it's not about the profits. It's about the people. It's about the planet, but never about the profit. So when I decided that, you know, after 6 months of being depressed and then thinking that God is not kind, God is not a gentleman, God has never been kind to me. This country, we have different kinds of people over here. You can't thrive in this country. I have to go to America, and I have to do this, and I have to do that. I have to go to UK, and I need to leave the country. Somewhere. After telling myself for 6 months, I stayed home. I never worked, and during this period, I never made any money, and it was shocking. And I came to when I was nearly finished with my money, the day I was left with a single CD, I realized that, oh boy, I think I have messed myself up. It was only because I wasn't working that I wasn't making money. My company could have gone down, but I should still be standing tall. When things went wrong, I followed it. When things were going bad, I went with it. I went along with it instead of staying apart and standing tall. So I coined this thing that I'm never going to follow wrong things again. When things are going wrong, I will stay true to myself and I will stand tall. So I said, I got up. I left my house, my place in East Legon. I came back to my office in Jowolu, and I stayed in the office since that time. Never moved back to East Legon. Never moved back to East Legon. 3 years, and I've been doing well. I'm not at the top, but it's one step at a time. Like I said, one day at a time. So you see, the process of actually getting there is you being able to decide that every factor, every condition that has been laid before me must be unlearned. So that is what I teach the people. I teach people who want to be in startups or do business. On Saturday, the past Saturday, I had a new client from Belgium and one from the UK. And they were asking me, they want to do this kind of business. So I told them, the first question I told them, they said they've heard about me, etc. The first thing I told them was, are you willing to at least go on with this business for a minimum of 7 years? And I use the number 7 because people give up. 85% of businesses will fail in the first 5 years. So if you are able to tell me you have the desire to go on for 7 years, then I sign an agreement with you. Then I'm going to help you. That way, if you fail, and I'll be on your neck to be successful during that time. So before we go on with even deciding to strategize your business, think through your business, for me to even think about anything, you have to desire. You have to have the desire, the grit, the ambition, the willingness, the willpower to proceed. So with the willpower there, then we think about your business. What do you want to do? I'm grateful to God that in 2017 to 2018, I thought about so many ideas, a minimum of 3,000 ideas. And I started even sharing some on Facebook, sharing some to friends, sharing them to acquaintances. So when people come to me, chances are I've thought about your idea. And when I think about something, I think of it through to the very end. Sometimes I even make projections, I even make my strategic planning and keep it down. So when you come and ask me, I pick the shit up and then we go ahead. So I teach people how to do whatever they want to do. I teach them where to start from. I teach them how to get their first client. And then I help them build a plan. Failing to plan is planning to fail. Planning to succeed is being successful in your plan, because you can only be successful if you have a plan. If I tell you to throw a ball to a wall, chances are you not even think of the top part of the wall. Oh, let me just throw the ball. You throw the ball anyhow. Especially if I close your eye, the ball might not even hit any target. If I put a dot over there, but if I put a dot at the top of the wall and I say throw the ball to the dot, even if you don't hit the wall, the dot, you will hit somewhere close enough or somewhere beyond it. So I teach them that this is the dot, and throw the ball to the dot. And I show them how to throw the ball. And I explain to them that throwing the ball is not going to be as easy as you think, but it's going to be seamless if you follow through. In the end, you will make it. And then we strategize their business, we plan, we put things in perspective, we go out and we look for the first client. I prove to them that this is possible. And then by getting the first client, they believe whatever I have done for them, and they believe whatever is next, whatever their life holds for them. Because then they look at me and say, if you are going on in all these things, in all this environment, then I can also move forward.
Wow. You made a very powerful statement, and that was your company went down and you went down with the company.
Yes.
Meaning that there are some people, when they fall, when their company fall, they also fall with their company.
Yes.
Meaning that they decide not to do it again, they give a lot of excuses and they give up. Does it mean that if your company fall or you fail, it's not you that have failed, but it's the company that has failed, so you have to wake up and build again? Is that what you mean? Is that what you mean?
Yes, that is precisely what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
My company failed. I have no attribution to my company. My company was mine. It wasn't me. So if my company failed, it doesn't mean I'm a failure. My company might have failed, but I can still do something and be successful. In fact, I could even pick up my company and turn it around because I learned my lesson. And me, what I decided to do was I wouldn't do that company again, but I picked the lesson from that company and I put it in another company. I said, this time I'm not going to make that same mistake. I could make any mistake, but not that particular mistake. Not the mistake of not having a solid plan. Not the mistake of not following through. Not the mistake of putting money first. I would never make such a mistake. And since that time, I have never looked back and said, oh, I've actually repeated a mistake. I've always looked back and smiled at me and said, yes, I learned my lesson. And I've decided to follow through. And that is what I will do to the very end of my life. Most people die at 25 years, but they only exist till 70 before they cease to exist. Don't die before you die. Don't fail before you die. You can fail in your business, but your life should always be with you. And your hope should always be with you. Your ambition should always be with you. Because whilst there is life, when there is life, there's a chance. And if there's a chance, you can succeed. And if I can succeed, then I'm never a failure. If I can, not if I'm successful. If I can succeed, then I'm never a failure.
What advice that you want to give to young people? I mean, like that one challenge that you think young people should be careful when they are going into business.
Think. I think that's the thing. Most people don't think. You want to go into business, yet you don't have to think. The first step is to read more books so you can be able to get an open mind. That way you can think properly. If you have an open mind, then you can think properly. You can reason properly. If you have an open mind, then things will go well for you. If you are able to think, you can solve most of the world's problem. After thinking, desire. Earnestly desire to contend with whatever that comes your way. Mind you, the universe doesn't owe you pizza. It doesn't owe you cheese and burger. It doesn't owe you anything. What it owes you is that you are walking on the universe, and when your time is up, it takes it. It takes you away. So until the time you are walking, to the time it will take you away, no one owes you anything. You owe yourself. So earnestly desire to succeed. And if you wish for it, and if you work hard for it, and if you don't look at anything, because right now it still rains, and people need to understand this. This advice is something people need to understand, that the poor will always be among us. The people with businesses will still always be among us. So if you want to go into a business, think, desire, want it bad, work on it, work harder than anybody else, work smart. And if you work smart and hard enough, you get double pay.
And also to those that, for example, they stay at home and they say there are no jobs. There are no jobs. And giving excuses all the time. Because you are a typical example of somebody that goes for it. You are got that mindset that drives you. You are like that person holding the nail and the hammer. And you have got that wood and you are driving that nail through the wood. Because you go for it.
Yes.
A lot of young people don't have the passion to go for it. And some that do, they give up along the way. Very few are able to really drive it the way you are driving it with your business and with your vision. What are you going to tell those kind of people?
I do understand it's not easy for anyone. But I also do understand if you keep on pushing well, you pass through. No matter how heavy the traffic is, you'll get home. No matter how heavy the traffic is, you'll get home. Do not give up. And if you have excuse, if you give yourself excuses is the only killer of dreams. Nothing else. Nothing kills dream. The devil cannot kill your dream. It is your excuse you give to yourself that will kill that vision. The law of diminishing intent exists because we give excuses. Don't give yourself an excuse to do something. Procrastinate not. Push forward. Strive. If you keep on doing it, if you decide to walk from here to Kumasi, I tell you, you will get there. No matter how long it takes, you still get there. If you decide to fly from here to China, it doesn't matter the number of hours. I promise you still get there. And if you don't get there, you'd have made a move. If you cannot run, please walk. And if you cannot walk and walking is difficult for you, please crawl. If you cannot crawl, please lay on the floor and roll. Roll and roll and roll on the floor till you reach your destination. It doesn't matter how much bruises you get, just get to the finish line. When you get to the finish line, you will look back and you will enjoy the benefits of it. And if you still decide to look on the excuse and give yourself excuse, I will tell you, look at me. Watch me when I'm 40 years. Watch me when I'm 50 years and watch yourself. You will find a clear distinction and you give that example to your child. That my son, Peter Enimil said it when we were 30 years, when I was 25 years, when I was 35 years, that I should push forward, but I stopped. Now Peter Enimil is enjoying. Please push forward at all costs so you can also enjoy like Peter Enimil. I'm following Jeff Bezos' step. That's what he did. He pushed. So I'm also going to push. Somebody's father didn't push. Somebody's brother didn't push. Somebody's uncle didn't push. So use that as an example. Use that as motivation. And then push yourself to Bezos' level. And if you don't get there, you still reach Mark Zuckerberg. If you don't get there, you reach Warren Buffett. If you don't get there, you reach Sheikh, the Dubai Crown Prince. If you don't get there, at least if you don't get there, you reach Asuma Banda.
Man, I think people are already enjoying the conversation, and I've got some few comments here. Akosu Ahinewa says, no one owes you anything. I love this. And Flex Nana Kwesi says, no one owes you anything, but rather you owe yourself to do your best. Wow. Then Vivian says, desire. And I think a lot of people don't have the desire. And Francis Apia Akwe, he says, welcome, guys. I do watch you. I think a lot of people don't have the desire, but I think you've made a tremendous point. And that is your analogy of if you cannot run, you walk. If you cannot walk, you do what? You crawl. If you cannot crawl, I like the rolling on the floor.
Yes.
Meaning that you have to find a way to move forward. You know, I've got this example that I always give. And that is, you see, when you are staying in traffic here, and there is a small space ahead of you, you see every driver closing up the gap. But that space doesn't really make sense because it's too small of a space. But you see every driver just moving forward a little bit, moving forward, pushing. Before you realize in an hour or two, the traffic eases and everybody is driving.
Yes.
Now, it's the same thing with our lives. It reaches a time in our life that we don't push because we think the space ahead of us is too small. That is the return on our investment.
Yes.
So that is, today I'm making 1 Ghana cedi, I'm making $1, and it's too small. But you see, when you have got the concept of the driver in traffic, they push every small space ahead of them. It's the same mindset we should have when it comes to our vision. That any small opportunity that we have, we need to grab it and build it. And I think, look, we have had a fantastic, discussion. And I think, The first person that came on the Step Out YouTube Impact Zone is called Ekufu. He really nailed it. But you have taken this conversation to the next level. So I'm wondering the next person who is coming, that person is in trouble, because they have to understand that this platform, you can't come and just say anything and go. You just have to come and raise the bar. And I think, man, you have really made good points. And trust me, I'm going to watch this interview again and again and again, because you have made powerful statements. Now, before we go, we just want to wrap up. Tell me about 233 Developers LLC.
So 233 Developers LLC is a web and mobile app development company, and we consult on technological affairs. What we actually do is, when we started afresh, we started with software development, as in desktop software and laptop software, those kind of software, and we move on to adding websites. And we develop the best website. If you're actually looking for the best website developers in the country, Ghana and in America, you can count us in. That will do the best one for you. We have people in Ghana and in America, and some of them are even working from the UK and Vietnam and Colombia. We've come together to decide that, we are going to push together our efforts, work remotely, and somebody from Nigeria work remotely and make sure things work right for us. We have decided that whatever we touch, be it mobile app, we will think through it, because thinking is the first thing we have to do. It's the most difficult thing. When we break that barrier of thinking for our clients and with our clients, we'll be able to do the best job. So we have the tag, the best website developers. We don't add anything. Whether in Accra, we don't care. We are the best website developers. Whether you believe it or you don't believe it, we believe it. And that is the end of story. And we know that when you give us your job, we will do the best we can possibly ever do, which will be comparable to the market and many a times overtake the market. So we push ourselves to the limit where we believe in us and we believe in whatever we do. In mobile app development, we are there. In software development, we are there. Count us in. In website development, count us in. If you have an IT project and need some people to think about it, thoroughly think about it, count us. We are there. We can help you think through virtually every problem that we say we can do.
How do you see 233 Developers LLC in the next 10 years?
That company is actually an umbrella company. It's an umbrella company of multi-billion-dollar companies. So we started this small one so we can build a billion-dollar company, another billion-dollar company, more billions of dollars, more millions of dollars, multiple company. In the end, you come to see in 10 years that even if we are not a billion-dollar company, we are getting close enough. $500 million, more than $500 million. But the target is to implement ideas and solutions that can help people within the next 10 years to change people's lives. And by so doing, we can become whatever we want to be. But our primary target is to be able to solve many problems, especially using technology. So in 10 years' time, we will be one of the greatest software companies in the world. And we are on our way to achieving that.
Before you give your last word, I want to, everybody that is watching us, this is T2i TV. That is Trained to Inspire TV. And Trained to Inspire TV is your online TV platform that is designed to engage, to educate, to enlighten, and to empower. That is our 4 E's. Our 4 E's is to engage, to educate, to enlighten, and to empower. Now, if you are watching that for the first time, this is a very young man that have started a business and is breaking all the boundaries that other young people are giving excuses. We want to give platform to these young people so that they share their stories. I believe that any young man that is watching today's interview is going to be highly motivated, believing that if Peter can do it and they can also do it. The reason is that they haven't think through like he is saying, and they don't have the desire. And one powerful point that I'm taking away today is that I don't owe anybody Oscar Bimpong. From today, it's going to be one of my mantras that I don't owe anybody in life. Sometimes you start something and all people do is they criticize. Hardly do they come to support, but they sit back and criticize. Now today, Peter has really let me know that I don't owe anybody. And that is a powerful statement. Now, what am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is that for this platform to go viral and for this platform to be a household name, not for Ghana, not for Nigeria, not for Gambia, not for Ivory Coast, but for Africa and the world. You need to like the page and share some of these stories to your WhatsApp, share it to your groups, share it to your pages, so that people can really have a feel of some of this discussion, and through that they will like the page. We want to build an educational hub, a hub for young people of Africa, because on our continent, when you switch on your TV or radio in the morning, it's either politics, entertainment, or sports, to the detriment of education that will harness the minds of the young people. I call this education beyond the classroom. This is for their personal development. These things we are discussing here is not taught in so many schools. You have to fish for them, and we have created this platform to really help young people and harness their personal development. Secondly, if you want to support this platform, advertise on this platform by supporting us. Also, you can say, look, for the young people that you are trying to harness, I want to contribute X amount to this platform for this platform to grow. Because you see, we put money in certain things that doesn't even give any returns. But this one, at least, we are impacting lives. And this is where we want to go. We want everyone to help us. We cannot succeed alone. You can only succeed with people. I've never seen an island, somebody living on a mountain and succeeding alone. You need people. And the people are those that are watching us. Let's spread this word and build a formidable platform for the African continent, an educational hub for the African continent and those in diaspora and anybody that cares to learn. Because this conversation, it is an international standard conversation. Every young person, whether in the States, whether in Europe, whether in Asia, whenever they listen to this conversation, they are going to take something out of it. So we are here every Tuesday, every Thursday, and every Saturday, 7 p.m. GMT. Lock your dial here and let us build a platform that, as he said, he is building a multi-billion-dollar company. That in 10 years, T2i TV will also be a multi-billion-dollar company. Because we believe that this seed that we have sown, it has got the potential to grow. Why? Because of the kind of conversation we have started having. Peter, your last word.
My last words will be motivated enough. Motivate yourself enough. Inspire yourself enough. If you listen to things like this, if you watch T2i
TV,
you will get to understand that these are the things I need. These are the things I need to change my habits. If you want to be successful in life, don't think about the money. I repeat, do not think about the money. The money should never be your end goal. Money is only something you get on the side. If you really want to be able to be successful, think about these two things: what you can do to help the planet, what you can do to help people. It is only after these two things are satisfied that the profits will come in. If you want to be somebody in life, you have to work on yourself. You want to have a good life, good business, you got to work on yourself. Work on saving your mind. Work on renewing your mentality. Have the eagle mentality. Have the lion's mentality. Have the mentality of the gazelle that will escape that one day trouble. The gazelle that the lion is about to eat, but does everything humanly possible or gazelle possible to escape that death. Have that mentality. Have the Muhammad Ali mentality. Have the Jeff Bezos mentality, and that mentality is think about you, believe in yourself more than anybody would ever believe in you. Work on yourself, think, do something, read books. This is very paramount. If you don't read, you don't know anything, because no matter how much you know, somebody knows more than you. Read a lot, look and watch things like this. Do not spend your time on TVs that will not help you, or programs that will not help you.
Kukumbaja.
Seriously, but I don't even know. I've never even watched it before. You know, there's something that Oscar told me, and even though I live it, I always think about it. He keeps on telling me since we met that, Peter, sleep is for the weak. Sleep is for the weak. So even if Oscar wants to meet me now and it's 2 a.m. and Oscar says 2 a.m., I'm like, sleep is for the weak. I gotta stay awake and make my meeting. You have to do the same. Stay awake and make it to your future. Please don't die before you die. Don't die at 25 years, so you'll be buried at 27. Don't die at 25 years, so you'll be buried at 70. Don't die at 25 years, so you'll be buried at 90. Die at 90. Die at 70. Die at the appointed time where you truly should die. Live your life and live your dream. Live life and live full. Change your habit. Change your thoughts. It will change your habits. Change your habit. It will change your attitude. Change your attitude. It will change your altitude. And your altitude will determine where you will get to in life. So these are my last words, and I really hope it benefits you and you become the best you could possibly ever be. I would like to see you at the top because I'm already on my way there. So let's meet over there and let's have a drink.
I want to see you at the top because I'm already on my way there. It's been a powerful discussion, and Peter,
thank you.
Thanks very much for your time. I really appreciate your time. I respect all your dedication and proud to today. And please, I'm really blessed with the discussion. What people don't know is that I'm also learning every day, isn't it? Through this discussion. And it's been a powerful discussion. One of the things I like about you is your confidence. And you see, a lot of young people don't also have confidence. But you see, in Ghana, for example, if you've got confidence, they even see you differently. But I believe that your confidence will take you far. Because if you don't believe in yourself, then nobody will believe in you. Let me give some few comments here, read them, then we are out of here. Kofi Enima says, Swahaya Peter, always here to support you. And Debbie and Enima also says, hello, Peter. Then I've got some few comments also here. Akosia Ohinewa says, sound information given. And Yimano Yabua also said, this is really a life-changing program. Thank you.
Thank you.
Once again, thank you for your time. It's been wonderful having you on the T2i TV show, T2i TV on the Step Out Youth Impact Zone. It's been a wonderful discussion, and I really love this. I hope and I believe that this is not going to be your first, and this is not going to be your last on the show, because we need people like you to come and share ideas, come and share powerful discussions that will stir the comfort zones of our listeners. You know, this our station is meant to stir the comfort zone, make it muddy for them, so that they will be uncomfortable to get out and pursue their vision. It's been wonderful, all of you watching us. God richly bless you. We are here on Thursday, and Thursday we are on Step Out SME Focus. It's Zipe Ghana Limited, one of the most powerful Ghanaian companies breaking boundaries. Now, one of is now been given license to operate mobile money, and they'll be here to talk about mobile money, and it's going to be an amazing discussion. So we'll be here on Step Out SME Focus. It's going to be another life-changing discussion. I'm very grateful, Peter. God richly bless you as well. Okay. And we are out of here.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
believe that you are able to do exceedingly abundantly, far above all I could ask or think. Believe, yes, I believe. You say, I believe that you are able to do exceedingly abundantly, far above all I could ask or think.
I am so excited because the Step Out TV shows are back live on T2i TV. And for those who don't know, Step Out is a series of interviews and motivational segments designed to bring the best out of you and your business. Therefore, we have the following TV programs. Our first TV program, which is our flagship program, dubbed Step Out with Oscar Bimpong, is designed to interview consultants, experts, talented people, and those doing exceptionally well in their communities. The second one is Step Out SME Focus. This is where we interview business owners and showcase their products and services. The third one is Step Out Youth Impact Zone. This is where we interview young people succeeding against all odds to serve as an inspiration to other young people. And the last one is Step Out Authors Corner. And this is where we interview authors to share what their book is about to the world. Join us every week at 7 p.m. GMT. Like T2i TV on Facebook and subscribe to the YouTube channel. To advertise or for further information, do WhatsApp +44 759 1152 983 or +233 55 580 3924 or email info@traintoinspire.com. T2i TV. We engage, educate, enlighten, and empower.